Hey folks, Dave, the not so evil Viking 13 here, and once again I am returning to the Witcher 3 Hearts of Stone expansion pack. I am right near the end, and right now I am traveling with Shani to go interview a professor who might have more information on Olgierd and the Von Everett family and all of the curses related to them that I've been dealing with throughout this entire expansion pack. Let's dive right back in, and we're going to travel to that university and hopefully get some good intel from that professor, because now that I've fulfilled all of my tasks to remove my curse, I feel like I'm going to be in for a lot more than I planned for from the Master of Mirrors. And this should be the university here. And if I remember correctly, in the main campaign, King Radovid had actually closed the university and essentially chased all of the professors away. Oh look, a good old-fashioned book burning.
Halt! By order of King Radovid, no one's allowed inside the academy.
Not even lecturers?
No one means no one.
See, you've become quite the stickler, Norbert. You were much kinder when I was patching you up. By the way, how's your knee?
Fine. Dandy. As if no arrow ever struck it.
Consider yourself a lucky man. Because if I'd not decided to operate, you'd be a cripple to the end of your days.
Bruno? Eh? Maybe we ought to let her in. She's a decent lass. Not like to steal nothing.
All right. But alone, which will draw too much attention. I'd rather not get shite from the captain on his account.
Here's what we'll do. I'll go in, then help you sneak in around the back.
How?
Don't know, but I'll figure something out. Usually aren't nearly as many guards on the riverside.
Agreed.
All right, let me in.
Alright. Now that Shani's in, I have to find out a way that I can get into the temple grounds. Or the academy grounds, that is. She mentioned the riverside. After all, Oxenfurt does lie in the middle of the river, so I'm not quite sure which side I'm supposed to go down to get up to Shani. Looks like this one is the closest road. A much steeper drop on this side. I'm gonna go around the... I think this is the prison right here. Let's see if I can connect with that road. Okay, I'm not seeing any kind of entrances. Let's take a closer look. Ah, okay, the marker is pointing to this side, it looks like. Ooh, ow. Oh, level 34 drowners. Oh, now I'm pissed. How about you give me some of my health back? Let's deploy Quen. There we go. Come on, hit me. And that gets some of my health back. Oh! That was an amazing finishing blow.
Geralt! Psst! Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Grab the line!
Where'd you get the rope?
Long story. But we've done well. Professor Shakeslock's house is at the end of this street. Witch hunters guard the door. Doubt I'll be able to sweet-talk them.
Been a huge help already, Shani. Thanks.
It was nothing. Really. You'd have done the same for me. If you wish to see me again before I go, I'll be at home. Packing will take some time yet.
All right. Be seeing you.
Oh, it sounds like I get to deliver some justice to some witch hunters. Oh, yep, they're already not happy, it looks like. Oh! Look, a crossbowman. Just call me a whore licker? That was like a killing blow that he was lining up right there. Draw your bolt. There we go. I'll get him with Axie again. Oh. Huh. That settles that. Wow, that guy went flying. Alright. Just a mace, some shackles, a black magic doll. I don't think that's in the witch hunter's usual assortment of accessories. He'd probably get hung if he was caught with that thing. Alright, Professor, where are you?
Locked tight. Need another way in. You leave a window open, maybe?
That's locked too. I see a balcony. And up we go. Ooh, bear hide. Question is, can I jump across here? Not while walking, I can't. There we go. Lots of candle wax, and it looks like, is that scratch marks on the railing? What is wrong with this house? And did I hear someone whimpering? Alright. I guess nothing too unusual for a school that's been ransacked and closed by the king, but something went on here, that's for sure. Alright, is there a staircase I'm missing? He's below me somewhere.
Julian Alboco's Lesser Key. Tomes about demons, dusty as they come.
Oh goody, he's been reading about demons. And oh, a broken mirror.
Shattered mirror. No sign of impact. Probably not an accident. Shattered by a sound, maybe. Someone look in it and scream.
This is all very comforting.
Ah, Franco! Is that you? Leave the bedpan in the usual spot. And take the platter. I shan't be eating today.
Professor Shakeslock.
Who the blazes? How'd you get in? Get out! I know nothing. Don't wish to know anything. Understand? No, no, no! Out!
Not gonna hurt you.
That demon sent you. I'm sure of it.
What demon?
Feigned ignorance. Please. You know. Gaunter O'Dim. Evil incarnate.
He didn't send me, but he is why I'm here. I'm a witcher.
A mutant. Yeah. Could be.
Why are there guards outside your door? You a prisoner?
Protective custody. That's the phrase. Protective. When I cannot decide my own fate, cannot breathe without their permission.
What do they want from you?
You may not be aware, but I'm one of the foremost experts on the occult. Living experts, that is. My mentor was the outstanding Professor Lionel Van...
And you're cooperating with the witch hunters now?
Cooperating? As if I had a choice. They're ignorant. But not enough to ignore what I know about magic, witches, sorceresses, what have you. Knowledge they use for barbaric ends. But that's beyond my control.
Came here because I need information. Think you might be the only man who has it.
A witcher. Then it follows I needn't fear. I'm hardly a post-conjunction creature.
What did Olgierd von Everec want from you?
I curse the day I first set eyes upon the man. He appeared at my doorstep one day, offering a sack of gold were I only to find out who Gaunter O'Dim is and how to get rid of him. I agreed. Such matters are my speciality. And I needed the coin. I pored over countless tomes, delved into obscure incidents and analysed folk legends. I went so far as to travel to Nilfgaard, the library there, where at last I hit upon the mysterious entity's trail. There are records of encounters dating back thousands of years in many cultures under many names, but always as evil incarnate. In this land we call him Gaunter O'Dim, at times Master Mirror or the Man of Glass. In deciphering the ancient scrawlings I went blind, yet I learned a great deal. For example, that he plays with his victims and thrives on pacts above all else. Seemingly harmless contracts which drive their parties to madness.
That must have been what happened to Olgierd. He made an agreement with O'Dim.
Know anything else about the man?
Gaunter O'Dim is no man. He is evil. Evil which assumes various forms. Forget about him, or die.
You're alive.
Alive? Yet I live in constant fear, born of what I've learned about him.
Man, okay, this is actually a bit unnerving.
What's with the surroundings? These runes, what do they mean?
They protect me. Here, evil cannot touch me.
How do you know?
He told me himself. Paid me a visit once. Fascinating meeting that was. I was blind already, but saw him clearly. He smiled at me. Said he was honoured I'd taken such an interest in him. He wished to thank me, and explained he'd taken a similar interest in me. He drew the circle and said I'd be safe within it. His way of repaying me, you see.
Ever tried to leave it?
If you'd heard how he said it, you'd be as certain as I am what leaving would bring.
Oh, man. I'm actually getting chills right now. This is incredible.
Olgierd signed one of these pacts with him.
Brilliant deduction. But have you guessed why? You must know that he came from a wealthy, influential line. He must have, if the family of his betrothed accepted him. Yet did you know his fortune soured? He himself became an outcast, impoverished. Iris's family, a powerful house, could not accept this, would not marry their daughter to a nobody. Olgierd wished to elope. The further away, the better. Yet Iris refused to cut her family ties.
Quite the predicament.
Indeed. Their luck turned yet darker when a wandering witch mentioned a solution. A man who would grant any wish. His name, Master Mirror. The rest follows naturally. Olgierd and Odin, a meeting at a crossroads, a wish, a pact signed in blood, and a price to be paid. Olgierd was to sacrifice one he loved. Odin delights in difficult choices. He knew Olgierd loved two in this world, his betrothed and his brother, Vladimir. Olgierd chose, and soon thereafter married his beloved Iris, his fortune restored.
So did Olgierd kill his own brother?
No. Deduce, Witcher. Odin acts directly or indirectly. Olgierd merely signed the blood letter. The next day, his brother was dead.
Contract with no happy endings.
Olgierd tell you all that?
He had to. How else was I to diagnose his case?
Make it sound like an illness.
It is worse. Many illnesses are treatable, but play with evil, and medicine can be much harder to find.
Why was Olgierd out to get rid of Odin? He'd gotten what he wanted.
Had he? His heart had turned cold as ice. His feelings for his wife, for whom he'd sacrificed his brother, had withered. He'd lost all he loved. Had he wanted any of this? No. Odin grants what you wish, not what you want. All who sign a pact learn the difference and die by it.
All? No way to get rid of him?
Kill him, you mean? Kill evil? No. Yet the annals tell of a man who dissolved his pact by defeating Odin at his own game.
Meaning?
Odin wields contracts, word traps, duels of wits. Challenge him to such a duel. He'll agree, and can be beaten. But remember, there is only ever one stake. The sole thing he truly desires. Human souls.
Odin left a mark on my face. Any way to get it off?
A mark? No mention in the tomes. Strange. Unless it will disappear once your pact is fulfilled.
If I challenge him, end the pact that way, will it go away?
That I do not know. The one man who succeeded bore no mark.
Thanks. Helped me a lot.
Good. Very good. Ah, to feel useful after so many years locked up, living in fear. Why, it's pleasance itself.
Oh. Well, I guess Odim was not too pleased with his loose lips. Key to Professor Shakeslock's home. We do have a journal here as well. Julian Alboco's Lesser Key. The essence of evil is to cause suffering. There exists many varieties of suffering, from common corporal pain through the rarefied torment of the psyche to deep wounds dealt to the soul. Whence then does evil arise? Does it appear on its own, or does it only spread when conditions are ripe? And finally, the most important question, how can evil be defeated? Most believe evil has always existed, for none remember a time when it did not. Is that sufficient proof? I dare to doubt it, for I am a scholar, and the essence of scholarship is to question all hypotheses until they have been rigorously proven. The appearance of evil is closely tied to the existence of good, its opposite and antithesis. Good without evil is dimensionless, and therefore imperceptible. Evil, then, is an integral part of our lives. Evil wears many faces and appears in many different forms. One of them wears a skin of flesh. This evil incarnated as a man travels the world sowing death and suffering. Such evil is devious and difficult to discern. We usually only note its presence when it's already too late. In my scholarly wanderings through the myths and legends of a great many cultures, I've come across descriptions of a certain individual which all display a striking similarity. I do not mean in terms of this individual's outer appearance or name, but of his modus operandi. This evil works through trickery, tempting at first with an offer of something seemingly good. The price one must pay for this object of temptation, however, is enormous and non-refundable, and the promised good often contains horrifying hooks and treacherous traps. Beware, then, of any who promise the impossible, for such can only be delivered through the machinations of evil. And then we also have Shakeslock's journal. The circle Odim created terrifies me. I cannot see it, but I know it is here. I have no name for the sense with which I perceive it. When I'm near its bounds, strange shivers shoot down my spine. This is not pain, but something that stands my hair on edge like a hedgehog's quivers. A month has passed, and still I stay within the runic circle. Nightmares prey on me more and more. I've come to fear sleep. I don't know how long I can withstand this. I dreamt I had a daughter. This was strange, for I've never had children, yet one came to me in my sleep. She was no older than 10. She called me daddy and loved me deeply. I could see it in her eyes. The strangest part of all was that I also burned for her with a great paternal love. Can one possibly dream of someone who does not exist? Can one love such a one? I no longer fear sleep. Perhaps Odim has decided to give me peace. I have no desire to change his mind. Oh no. My dreams of Emily give me a great joy. My daughter is a good and clever girl. I believe she will grow into a wonderful woman. A shame she exists only in my dreams. Not only do I no longer fear sleep, but now I cannot wait for the moment in which it comes. What a fantastic transformation. If nothing changes, I shall soon try to leave the circle. Here we go. I knew this was coming. I now know why I dreamt for weeks of the child I never had. It was his doing. This night, my daughter died. She caught a strange illness, which pocked her whole body with hideous, oozing sores. She cried, begging me to help. I could do nothing. She died in my arms. I awoke soaked with sweat. I remain a wreck, my mind tattered. 3 months have passed since Emily's death. My heart still bleeds, and horrifying visions plague me my every moment. I'm a blind man who wishes he saw nothing. Her utter blindness would be complete relief compared to these tormenting visions. I cannot persevere much longer. I have become a deeply unhappy old man. I have now lived within the magic circle for a year. Thoughts of suicide haunt my mind ever more often. It would be so simple. I need but step outside the ruins. Yeah, I think we have a pretty complete picture of the kind of evil that O'Dim is. The entire point of the contract, any of the contracts that he has formed, is simply to toy with his victims in the worst possible ways. Alright guys, next up we're going to meet Olgierd at the temple of Lilvani, I think. Oh, I'm going in circles here. Let's head back out. I guess I need to use the rope. Or can I just actually jump? Let's see. Oh, here we go. The sun's rising. Let's get out of here. This should get me over the walls. Well, I can't resist one last little bit of loot, some crafting materials, and here we are. I am running the Super Turbo Lighting Mod version, I think 2.0. It's the newest version from December, and it looks glorious. Let's get a move on though. Our Assassin's Creed dive here. Wow, they really detailed the floor of the river here. We're going to be heading southeast. We'll dock at the grotto. Or probably, we'll say just south of the grotto. Unfortunately though guys, that's where we're going to have to stop for tonight. In the next episode, I'm going to complete the Hearts of Stone expansion pack as we confront both O'Dim and Von Everett at the chosen meeting spot. I'm really curious if I'm going to be able to get out of this contract and honestly even just survive the encounter. So I feel like this is not going to be just a boss battle, but something entirely different. I'll see you guys then. Watch for that final episode of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Hearts of Stone very, very soon.